The Frank Thomas bobblehead. All the fans were excited today.
They just idolize Frank. I mean, he's one of the more popular players in the history of this franchise.
Look how enormous Frank is standing next to Lindor.
The great Frank Thomas. Impossible to pitch to. Had a grasp of the strike zone like no other big man I've ever seen.
For Davis Martin, it is a new and improved version of himself. He's picked up that cutter. He's picked up a changeup, even a few more miles per hour to his fastball. He's looked good so far.
We heard him talk yesterday. He was ecstatic about what was going on, and hopefully more the same today. This is a tough Mets lineup, a lineup that has a lot of home runs.
Got him looking on a fastball, so Lindor called out on strikes. That'll bring up Nimmo.
Swing and a miss there, as Martin has fanned the first two to start the ball game.
And Vientos pops one up into shallow center. And that'll drop in for a base hit. So it's a little dunker in between Sosa and Robert. And the Mets have a two-out base runner.
So man at first with 2 outs, and it'll bring up the powerful Pete Alonso.
And he hits one in the air to deep left field. Back goes Benintendi, takes a look, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso with his first ever home run against the Chicago White Sox. The only team other than the Mets he had never homered against. First pitch, hits it out of the yard. 2-run shot, his 30th of the year, and the Mets take an early 2-0 lead.
Winker had a big night last night. He got 3 hits.
And Winker drives one out to right center. Back in the gap goes Robert near the wall. It's out of here. Back-to-back home runs for Alonso and Winker. And it's 3-0 New York. 13th home run of the year for Winker. His second as a Met. He is red hot right now. And the Mets with the long ball in the first inning. Alonso and Winker back-to-back 3-0.
Strike 3 called as Martin strikes out 3 in the first, but he gives up 2 home runs.
As Jose Quintana tries to put another good effort on the board after shutting out San Diego for 6 1/3.
Jose Quintana spent his first 6 seasons in Chicago with the White Sox.
And Joltz hits one to first and snagged out of the air by Alonso before it hit the ground. Robert muscles one out to center, but Nimmo circles over to get it. Quintana got that ball in enough, and Robert flies out for the second out.
3-2 pitch. And that one is lined past the diving McNeil at second base. So Benintendi with a 2-out single.
And that's a way ball 4. So after 2 out and nobody on, the White Sox get a single from Benintendi and now a walk to Vaughn. And he got him looking. Another fastball in the outer half. And Quintana gets out of first inning trouble. See, now those are good bags.
Yes.
They're showing just eyes. I mean, that's a serious bag over the head, south side sadness exemplars.
Yes, they took it serious.
Corey Lee, despite the broken bat, able to send it into right field. They start off this bottom of the second with a single.
Lindor to his left, can't make the play, and it's into left center field. Lee will go to third, and the White Sox have runners at the corners.
Marcus has seen Quintana before, hitting a robust 400 in a very small sample size.
Other broken bat. Backing up Lindor, gets one at second, and the run will score.
It's an RBI fielder's choice for Vargas, and it's 3-1.
On the outside corner, got him looking. And Jolt's not happy about it, but Quintana's got his second strikeout and the second out of the inning. And the curveball gets away from Alvarez, and the runners will move on for the 1-2. And he got him with a changeup. Quintana with back-to-back strikeouts to get himself out of further trouble in the second. 3-1 New York. Lindor struck out on 3 pitches his first time up. And he muscles one into left field. That's going to be down for a base hit. So on an 0-2 fastball, Lindor takes one the other way. And he now stretches his on-base streak to 29 games. 3-2, nobody out. Lindor does not run, and it's ball 4 to Nimmo, his 70th walk of the year, 3rd in the National League. So after the Mets got the first 2 men on here in the 3rd, now in danger of leaving them stranded. Jesse Winker coming up. Winker followed up Alonso's home run with one of his own. A muscle shot, shallow right, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Lindor will come in to score. Winker dumps a single into right and drives in another run. It's 4-1 New York.
Andrew Benintendi with his second hit tonight continues his strong play at the plate to start this bottom of the 3rd.
That goes off the glove of Alvarez, and Benintendi to second on the pass ball.
Sheets caught looking in the first inning.
Broken bat. Gavin Sheets deposits that one into right field. Benintendi will come in. RBI single for my man, Gavin Sheets. And the Sox now down by 2 here in the third.
And he struck him out with a changeup. So every time Quintana's needed a big out, he's gotten it. In there for a call, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Quintana to finish off the third. An unearned run for the White Sox is now 4-2. Quintana has struck out 5. Ball 4, so he's on to start the fourth. Third straight inning. White Sox have had the leadoff man on. Curveball hit to second, should be 2. McNeil with the flip. Lindor with the turn. 4-6-3. 2 men down. Strike 3 call. 6 strikeouts for Quintana. 4-2 Mets after 4.
Robert hits a hard one hopper, and it gets past Vientos and into left. Guessing that'll be a base hit.
And he pops one up a mile high along the right field line. Marte can't see it. McNeil trying to help, but Marte finds it and makes the catch. And Sheets chops one for Lindor. Has to wait on the hop. And the throw to first just in time to get Sheets. That retires the side. Let's get Quintana through the 5th inning.
The new pitcher in the game, it is Gus Varland, who comes on in place of Davis Martin, who went 5.
And it's lined up the middle of base hit. So Alonso's got his 2nd hit of the night. And the Mets have a leadoff base runner in the 6th. And smacked into right field, and Winker's got his 3rd hit of the night. Alonso pulls in at 2nd. So Jesse Winker, 3 for 3, now has 8 hits in his last 11 at bats.
Back-to-back singles from Alonso and Winker have set the table. Marte batting.
That's line in the center field. A base hit for Marte. Alonso to third. He's going to be waved home. And the throw comes in to second base. Starling Marte rips a base hit to drive in a run. And the Mets have a little more breathing room. It's now 5-2. Brazoban comes on to pitch.
Well, this young man's got a load of talent, and he's got a big arm. His only issue is throwing strikes.
That's smacked to left field. Overcomes Nimmo, diving, and he made the catch! Oh, wow! Brandon Nimmo! A tremendous diving backhand catch! 2 men down.
Oh man, was that scary out there. It's a sensational grab, but that wrist got rolled over on, and Brandon appears to be okay, but you know that does not feel good.
And a ground ball toward the hole on the backhand Lindor. The long throw high, and Alonso stayed on the bag. Side retired. Beautifully done on both ends. Lindor with that ball crawling up his arm stayed with it. And Alonso going up in the air to grab that high throw. Phil Maton to pitch for the 4th time in the last 5 days.
92 at-bats against Maton. Last 92 at-bats, only 13 hits allowed.
Line to right field. Taylor over a couple of steps. Makes the hat-high catch, and there's one away.
Maton ahead 1-2 on Sheets. And he lines one right to Alonso. 2 line drives, 2 outs. And Lee first pitch swinging, flies one out to Taylor. And that retires the side. 1-2-3 for Maton in the bottom of the 8th. Last of the 9th in Chicago. 5-2 New York. Jose Butto bidding for his 3rd save. Lenin Sosa was robbed of an extra base hit by Nimmo his last time, and he flies the first pitch out to Taylor in right. And Tyrone makes the grab. Tyrone came out for defense in the 6th, and he's been busy. That's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 putouts he's had of the 10 outs since he's been on the field.
And he straightens this one out. And he'll go into that corner in left field. Miguel Vargas with his first hit coming here in the 9th. And Amaya comes through his first hit in a Sox uniform. And a big spot here with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th.
And guys who aren't used to closing, it's a very tough job. And now it brings a tying run to the plate with runners at the corners.
Grounded slowly to third. They get 1 at second. And the run will score as Jokes is safe at first. It's now a 5-3 ball game. Luis Robert Jr. past the diving Lindor. And the Sox not done yet.
And now the tying runs are on base. Benintendi is coming up. Thought for sure that this would be the spot for Young, but they're going to stick with Butto. Ground ball back to Butto. And that'll do it. The ball game is over. Butto bends but does not break in the 9th. The Mets have their first 3-game winning streak since July.